Because it would be 2%. It would be over 2%. Which would be, if it was 27, it means it would be 25. It would be like around 24.
More likely, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be around 24. It'd be 24, and if you round it up, my quick math was correct.
Nice
It was quick, but probably incorrect. But let's not focus on the math
Story
here.
of my life. But let's take a look at game number 2.
Yeah, so if you look at the openings, Alliance did throw a little bit of a curveball with this Wind Ranger opening because of the Bloodseeker. Because usually we see the Bloodseeker plus Wind Ranger, right?
Very true.
And now they did leave out the Phoenix, which both of these teams love to play. Nigma snatched it away from them. And it's good, it's great, but you most likely do not have that offlaner that sets things up for the egg, right? You don't have your Mars or even a
I don't care.
position for
This
Tiny,
moment
right?
in the history of Dota will always be remembered. That's what I'm just talking about,
So we're just
thinking
talking
about.
It's hard to think about
it. Really
anything
is.
else. Like the only thing that, to be completely honest, right now, what I'm literally just looking at S4's camera. I'm like, how's he doing? He looks fine. I mean, as fine as you could look after that.
All right, let's try to focus for a second. So Bloodseeker, Phoenix, this looks like it's going to be a lane together. Today we saw first, I believe, competitive position 4. Bloodseeker was not very effective by 5 men. You need to have a stun in that kind of a lane. Something to set up a Blood Right. They might also shift Phoenix towards position 5 possibly and pair something up with the Bloodseeker to have that, you know, guaranteed Blood Right.
Yeah, Tiny is still in the pool. A hero that usually buys Veil anyway for himself and his teammates. Now, if you have a Bloodseeker, either one of those can buy it, and Phoenix also benefits quite a bit from it. That's definitely a route that they could go for. When you're thinking about Team Nigma and their cores right now, our Corden is banned out. What else remains? They play a lot of Medusa, which is amazing combo with the Phoenix. There's also something like an Anti-Mage that's left in the pool, which is pretty sick already when you look at it versus Doom and Wind Ranger, something that they could go for. What they are lacking though is control and stuns, like Lacoste said earlier.
Okay. So look for that as we move forward into No, I'm saying that you've only existed since you woke up. It's a hard
thing to not go that route. You can see the TB band, the Arc Warden, so far out of all of
against EG, yeah, but this game was pretty much perfect performance from Alliance. Warlock, okay, more team fight, a lot of fire. We saw it also today, Sirius, even though it was a Divine Bracket, 5 men against Fly the Moon, where one team did not have enough lockdown, so they built 3 Yule Scepters against the Warlock and dispelled the Wind Ranger, dispelled the Fatal Bonds, and have a good setup for their ganks.
And when you look at Team Nigma, yeah, GH will buy that use, but so can the Bloodseeker. Like eventually you can get it, and there you go. It's really not that hard of a call because with the Vengeful Anti-Mage, with the Vengeful it's an amazing combo, and then you have Phoenix and Bloodright. It's really good, but you are playing versus Anti-Mage now.
It is one of those things too where this is really, when you look at the draft that Nigma has, this is the meta, how it's evolved in this tournament. Like, this is the final form of the meta. This is where the meta is right now. We just saw Bloodseeker absolutely explode after the changes came through. Very powerful. Phoenix, the unshifting hero that gets first phased in literally every single game, and then the Venge of Medusa really coming into popularity over the last 3 days. When you do look over at the side of Alliance, how do you like this anti-mage here, Lacoste?
I mean, it is an old school counter to Medusa, jump on her, burn her mana, something that was super efficient before, but with the introduction of the talents, the items, the way Medusa itemizes them these days, I just don't feel like it's AM favored the matchup anymore.
Like you said, at the start of this tournament, AM was banned in that first phase almost like every game. He was banned quite a lot, and then teams moved away from him, went into the Sven TB, or maybe moved away just because he was banned out, which doesn't mean that he's very weak. But man, if this Bloodseeker was more versatile, if you could roll it mid, it would open up Slardar for Team Nigma.
They could still do it.
They could do it. That would be such a good pick. With the Vengeful, with the Phoenix, with the Medusa versus the Anti-Mage, versus the Doom.
They can squeeze that in easily. They can have Medusa on the mid. You can have Bloodseeker on the safe lane, playing just the off lane, what they did yesterday, I believe, and just have Slardar. I think that's a really good call. A lot of minus armor coming up from Venge and the Slardar. He's also the hero that does not care too much, or not at all, about getting his mana burn. Doesn't even have mana pull on that hero because he's like 200 mana.
Yeah, and so far Alliance, they're more worried about these weak heroes still. Like, we can see the Viper banned out as well. Interesting though, Viper, you're just banning out these mid laners that we loves to play. Batrider, Viper, it might not always be the perfect pick for the game, but it makes Team Nigma work in a different way, in which they crush their lanes and they play your anti-Dota. They just don't allow you to play your game at all.
I would just love if they shift things around and do what I mentioned, or if they have also Puck. I think Puck against the Wind Ranger, against the AM, just to hold them in place. Right now they don't have any spells at all, so he can, just use a Puck coil, and Medusa deals with the rest.
Yeah, if you do pick Puck, it's a little bit more difficult, I think, to set up your lanes, right? You couldn't put him on the offlane with any of these heroes. He would have to be mid or safe lane. I think so, at least.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, let's see what Nigma bans out the last. The problem is Doom is played quite a lot on mid as well. Wind Ranger, maybe not Alliance's hero to play mid. I would suppose this is a position 4. But we have seen it yesterday, even shifted in position 3 a couple of times, so...
All right, we're going to see now what Alliance's last pick is going to be. It kind of feels like in this draft Lacoste that they got to solve a lot of problems with this right here.
The thing about this matchup, Alliance has Doom, which can be run at mid, and then you just pick Slardar and put him in, and Slardar dumpsters on the mid lane. Yeah.
Like, Slardar looks like such a good pick for Nigma right now. It would fit everything that they need.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those things too where you only got one pick left too. If you're Alliance, there's really not much that you can do here. I mean, can they in any realm of reality? There we go. There we go for the Pugna.
Okay, I love the approach. Getting Pugna against Medusa. Some of the mana's gonna be gone from that ward. The great synergy with the AM mana void. And just the Decrepify on Medusa is going to be insanely good. So you have one hyper carry in terms of AM, you have Warlock paired up with him, so he should have a good laning stage unless they go something like a Slardar. They already said a couple of times.
There are some problems as well for the hero. It opens up definitely objective taking. The problems are swap, is pretty good versus it. Also, you have Bloodseeker who's zooming in and out of fights, and Phoenix dishes out so much damage against you that the Decrepify 5 will never save you. And the Beastmaster, they go for a similar style of a hero. It will give you the difference between this and Slardar is now you have actual objective taking capability, so you can pressure the map and you won't be split pushed to death by anti-mage.
All right, well, on EGB.com, the odds are going to be in favor of Nigma, especially after that crazy victory that they managed to pull off in the first game where they were behind.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Just kind of lacks stuns. The chase potential is really like not there, especially if one of the key heroes die. So we might see like engagements for 30 seconds, heroes not dying at all, and then trying to reset. But I'd still favor Nigma's lineup. I love Medusa as a hero right now, where she pops off. She also, if she's having a much better time than AM, like she comes online faster and messes up with AM stunning. Like she's gonna be maybe knocking on your tier 3 towers 20 to 25 minutes in as the game's going well. And the Vengeful Spirit, I love the hero pairing. I think this is one of the strongest ones right now, where Venge is one of the best heroes to stack the camps, especially if you have Medusa.
And I think one of the important things to keep in mind too isn't just going to be the draft, it's going to be the loss that Alliance is coming out of right now. And it's times like these where you actually turn to the words of other champions, maybe even a champion who's won more than once, 2 times. Sometimes when you have a loss like that, you have to say, it's out of my hands, but I'm still in control. You can never stop the power of my soul. Let's see if Alliance can put that to work and bring it back and extend this to game number 3.
No blood for you. Wish I'd learned how to.
Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome back. It's Alliance versus Nigma Game 2. You just witnessed an epic comeback, and we're going to start things a little slow here going into Game 2, because that excitement was just a little bit
too much. I have some severe issues with crippling anxiety, and definitely that's helping out, and so just request to have a chill stream. I hope you guys don't mind.
Yeah, we're all going to take just a little bit of a breather.
Yeah,
relax.
Exercise.
Straighten up your posture. Breathe in deep through the nose. Out through the mouth. And then we're going to start Game 2. Alliance versus Nigma. Let's go, baby.
All right, let's go. What do you think about this draft?
I don't know, but I'm hoping we're cutting to Game 2.
Please.
I'm hoping we're cutting to Game 2 because it's a little awkward on us.
Quite awkward. You know what else is awkward?
I was like, this is going a little long.
How do you recover?
I don't know. How does Alliance recover from that insanity?
I feel personally like I have not recovered. I watched it with you. That's all that we did. We just watched it. We just said words over it. And I haven't recovered. But
I didn't have to move my fingers at all.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you can see Hanskin, he's touching his nose a lot. So
he's stressed out right now.
Very stressed. S4, he looks pretty chill. He was smiling a couple of seconds ago, taking
but after that game,
he looked
really shell-shocked. He was like,
he did.
What
but you know,
happened?
He's got his milk. He was drinking out of that bottle. FNG, looking alpha as ever.
The fluff panel said it though, Jenkins. The draft panel said it as well. If you are Alliance, if you are able to, as you said, just kind of have amnesia and forget that whole thing kind of happened, you should walk away with Game 1's information that you won that game.
This is true, but then you're playing a 3-game series. You're playing a best of 5. You gotta win. Then again, I suppose that's not forgetting, but if you have to win a best of 2 and win both games in the best of 2, that's not really a best of 2, you know? It's, I get the idea, but I feel like that was a very specific strat that they had prepared for the Arc Warden and that they hated it. And I hope they have some things left in the tank. I really do. Because that looked great. But how much time have they had to really prepare for this? We've seen them playing almost every day.
Yeah,
right?
That's a good point.
They've been going at it. How many?
Like when we led up to this, the group stage, they got to play like once every 3 days or something. They had breaks where there were no Mortal games going on. You know, like you were able to really significantly plan for your opponent.
Yes.
But once playoffs started, you're playing back-to-back just like Atlanta. and you do not have that much time to be able to research and figure out what your strategy is going to be. And strategy A went great, fantastic, and now it's all been thrown away. So now you have to go to plan B and plan C.
Yes. And
Now,
the question
bear in mind,
is,
get the
do
box
they
right.
have a plan C? We talked to
Our friends
Hanskin
at
yesterday,
Polygon
and he
sent
was
us this
saying
brand new
that
Siskiyou bike in order to make
Dota
this video.
at a top
now,
level
bear in mind that not
is
all bike boxes
instinct.
are very good. This one is
Yeah.
actually pretty sturdy.
Exactly.
There's different bikes online. It's even
Hanskin's
got
thoughts
plastic handles.
as well.
that
You just
want
get
to
in
it,
there
so
and play some
perfect
You
Dota.
just
to
play some
reuse
Dota.
it. But if you've got a good
So,
one, take care of it.
I think if you
Put it in
go
the
to
loft or
game
something,
3,
and you might want to reuse it another day.
and you feel good about your instincts, and
Okay,
it looks
so
like
get
they
the box open
really
and have
were
a
in
little
that
look
game,
inside, shall
especially
we?
Nico Baby. He was looking
Okay, so in
quite
most boxes
sick,
you
and this
get
is
a
one of
little
his best heroes,
this is
Anti-Mage,
gonna
if not
have
his
tools in it
best.
and probably the
So
pedals
I
and sort of
think
stuff.
we
We'll
could
get
see
to
a
that in a bit.
a
As you can
solid
see
game
here,
3 here if it does go to a game 3. I think it will completely broken in this one. I think Alliance has a really solid shot.
The bike itself.
Sure.
Yeah, it's got to make sure it's not hooked up on anything,
Baby,
and then we're just going to
as you,
slide
as you
it
said,
straight
does look
up
a little
and
sick
out
there
of
as you
got
see on
enough
his
packaging
webcam.
to really protect
little
the
bit
bike.
green.
You've got a cardboard
Yeah,
sheet
I think
on
he
the
needs
floor,
to get that
recyclable.
checked out.
You have a
With
polystyrene
the
protector
NPR
over the disc.
opener
It's
works
designed
so
like a
well
helmet so it can
for this.
crumple and nothing will bend.
just didn't know we
You
were
just
gonna
have cardboard
pause.
on that and it gets
Yeah,
an impact.
that
so
was a
it's
good
still
opening.
Now I
bending.
kind of wish we
Say.
kept
It's got a
that
little bit
bit
of plastic
going.
here, and the rest of it is all
I mean, I'm down
Velcro
just
hanging out with
straps
friends.
or hook
I'm
and
down
loop
to just
straps
be chill.
with little rubber pads which can be
Well,
reused.
you know what I'm doing? I'm
for
going to be
exactly the same
100%
purpose
honest with
by
you. I
traveling
have
with
no
your
idea
bike
how
or
much
for a
money
number
these
of
guys
other-
make, or how rich they are. And I'm looking into their background. It's like, okay, how much are these like tier 1 pros? Like, is that a big TV in Miracle's background? I'm just being totally honest with you. This is how I think. And like in the background, like
it looks
look
like
at
a window to me.
Look at Hanskin's
That's
place.
definitely a window.
Look at
That's
Hanskin's place
a
though.
thermostat below it.
Do you see this like
Yeah.
this little, nice little bar setup that he's got going there? Like, is that his
Yeah.
parents' house? Is that his house?
Are they at the Alliance boot camp? They're not. No, they're not.
And then there's like, you look in the background of some of them, and these guys are just complete degenerates. And it's like, you know, they're millionaires, but still, you can't take the degenerate out of the gamer.
Yeah.
Is the problem? It's like a gamer's a gamer.
Yeah, you became you won hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of dollars being a degenerate gamer. That's not going to go anywhere.
This is true.
Away anytime soon. Hell, I mean, it's the same for us talent, right? They just force us to go
millions
outside
of-
and put
yes.
on nice suits and stuff.
True.
Well, I was talking about the degenerate
the
part,
degenerate part, not the-
yeah.
I
I mean,
see, I
we've
see.
made hundreds of dollars doing our time in Dota.
That's once again, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I just at the start I didn't know people were even getting paid to play, to talk about it. It just, I mean, it's just games, you know. I feel like Mind Control is in the Batcave. That's what he looks like to me. Is that he's
I mean, it looks like he's in an unfurnished basement because he doesn't have his ceiling. Is not.
maybe like a bunker, like a nuclear bunker.
That would actually fit to Mind Control. That he just wants to make sure he can play Dota at all costs, you know?
That would.
That, like, no matter what happens in
Actually-
the outside world, you know?
And it's funny you say that because he has the most pubs played
Yes.
of any pro level pub player in the last couple of weeks.
Mind Control is the biggest Dota fiend out there.
He is a fiend. I love it.
But always told me that that story about when Arteezy said he was really going to start grinding. He was going to really work hard and prepare at some point in time. And he said, I'm going to play more pubs in Mind Control.
Not possible.
Let's just lost it.
Not possible.
That's not possible, dude.
That man-
You can't do that.
He does not stop moving.
He literally lives, breathes Dota.
He does. It works for him. It works. Everybody's got a different formula. His is just
And it's amazing.
smash his face into the keyboard for 12 hours a day. Playing EU West pubs.
30 seconds to battle.
The best part of this is, with the chat wheel lines, you get allied voice lines and all chat voice lines.
True.
And they don't interfere with each other, so you can spam them both. And us as broadcasters get to enjoy all of them.
Yeah.
Isn't it wonderful?
You know what's wonderful? Is seeing that Alliance is spamming them. Just because it shows that they're playing it chill. They're still playing Dota, having a good time.
Yeah, trying to raise their spirits.
Yeah.
Bring morale up.
Begins.
100%.
Oh, I do want to address one thing that we said about 1 billion times in the broadcast, so it feels really bad at saying now, but apparently you cannot miss in the egg in any circumstance.
Yes,
The magnetic field does not protect the egg because it operates like a ward and not a structure.
Yeah, sure. I think there's a patch where they made it so you can't miss high ground wards. It might have actually changed in that.
Yeah,
patch.
that's actually a good point.
Dota's a weird game like that. You have this like 300 megabyte, let's say, patch changing the letter to something. And it's like, oh, all of a sudden Terrorblade has an extra 2 seconds on meta for some reason, but it's not in the logs.
Okay, so how to deal with Bloodseeker, because this has actually been a rather troublesome hero when it's been run as core, at least. And Animage is hard countered by this hero, correct?
It's not so bad anymore with the spell shield that you can actually press to reflect the Bloodseeker ult. It used to be a lot worse. It's not that bad now.
But fundamentally, it's still there, right? Like,
yeah, it's
you
good.
can pump fake the rupture.
It's
you
like
can catch him from outside of vision.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a soft counter now, as opposed to like a hard counter. But it's still a counter. Like anti-mage, I think you need to counter this hero in a game, especially with a Medusa on the enemy team.
Yeah.
Like this hero needs to be shut down in some way. They have Beastmaster and Bloodseeker. These are both excellent.
And I'm not convinced that the lane that they're running, which is the Warlock Animage lane, is going to be able to pressure Bloodseeker away from the creep wave. Because that's the only time I've seen Bloodseeker lose his laning phase is when there was an aggressive duo that was so harassive that he could not approach the creep wave. That he was so scared, he was low health all the time, and he was so scared of dying, he couldn't ever get close to the creeps.
Yeah, you'd think they prefer to do this in the safe lane, right? Like it looks like what they're trying to do is just push the wave out and then not play the lane essentially, but with the fatal bombs. But it's really hard to do that into a Bloodseeker. We can see it's not really working out too well for them down there. But you don't want to lane into a Beastmaster either as an anti-mage, so
yeah,
I suppose it's like pick your poison.
Oh, Limp got a little low in the mid lane, almost died to a Medusa. That would have been the second time we would have seen that.
Right, how does Miracle keep almost killing people?
Yeah, you know, that Mystic Snake, it does a lot of damage, and if you're constantly feeling like, oh, I gotta pressure this hero, then you're right there next to the melee creeps. You get hit by the 4th bounce, you're taking 200 damage. So yeah, Alliance do, Alliance do get that nice matchup of the Doom versus the Beastmaster, where you can just kind of run down the boar and devour it.
Less of a good counter, though, with the Boar having such a low cooldown compared to the Devour, which is now 70 seconds. It used to be a lot better when the Devour was lower.
Sure.
That ability has been a bit reworked. It's still nice.
Limp again. Oh, he's going to be able to get him, I think.
I think that's it, dude.
One hit.
Oh, regen.
Oh, so close.
How does that feel, Miracle? Hitting something and it's one hit away from dying. How does it feel?
All I know is that Weeha's going to be feeling really good. That thirst is always up right now.
He's just straight rushing the Veil, too. Doesn't even need his boots.
Yeah.
Like, he's just going to use the Veil as a laning mechanism to keep dominating down here.
Man, I can't believe Limp had to run all the way back to Fountain. That's kind of insane. Stun into the blood, right? Good amount of damage here, and he is out of regen. Nico Baby's going to need some heals from FNG, that's for sure.
But FNG, he's just got the clarity, that's it. He can maybe get that canceled by Venge if he's not careful.
And this is kind of what I would have expected, I guess. Oh god, Limp! One more hit! Oh no, the Decrepify! Again. Again and again and again and again and again and again and again this time. Got him this time. I don't.
And a regen. Regen rune? Oh.
Dog.
Not good.
That's why I think that's why Limp was so aggressively trying to take down Miracle there, because he's like, I'm screwed either way. If I don't kill him here, he's gonna get the regen rune, and then he's gonna continue to dominate this lane.
How does Miracle keep beating people mid with goddamn Medusa?
I don't know, but Nico Baby's about to get a kill onto Weeha and didn't expect that. So, unexpected things everywhere.
So, you know, we have this Medusa that's popping off mid lane, but on the enemy side, we have Anti-Mage. This is a hard counter. The hero cannot function if Anti-Mage has a game. You just pop her with the Mana Void. Burn all of her mana. Does so much effective damage.
Oh, they just get 4 bounty runes? I think they are. S4. Sorry. That's the other side of things. So it's going to be for 2. And it requires S4 to actually lead lane, which probably doesn't feel too good. There's Weehaw, 420 movement speed. Thank you very much, GH.
No boots either. He's just that fast. Oh no, this
he gonna go for him?
Please tell me he doesn't solo kill.
Oh my god, Nico baby! That would have been so sick if he pulled that off. The funny thing was FNG turned around for the heal. If he kept going, who knows? Maybe he gets adequate enough body blocks. S4 is going to be slowed down even more. The boar continues to poison him up. Hanskin deals with the boar really quickly. That was the first thing he addressed. Wasn't going for the heroes there. Knows that the boar is the most important unit in this lane.
Big stack here too.
Ooh, really big stack.
Not too many heroes that can take it in this game. It's really just Nigma heroes. Use of Phoenix.
Yeah, like I wonder if Weehaw is gonna rotate up there at some point and like blood right down that.
Sure, yeah.
It's like
together.
Big enough, right, that you'd be willing to move a core over.
Yeah,
you could secure that.
It becomes an objective at that point when it gets that big. Oh no, he's
Round
gonna do it
two.
again?
Into the tier 2 tower. He's gonna pop his healing salve. FNG's gonna turn around and kill that healing salve. So hopefully Weehaw will die the last couple tower hits. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
He's Sudokus. So I don't know if there was experience range for anyone
Okay, he's
here.
got level 6. So Limp is okay here. Oh, geez, Miracle. I think he's gonna try and get the Mystic Snake kill, but this is kind of insane. He's gonna get some mana back. That might just be enough to save him. The mana shield. Ooh. Just enough. I can't believe he just manned up there. That was wacko.
I have never seen anybody play this Medusa so manly. Like, this hero is not supposed to be doming people in the early game like this, but he's just owning. Manning up on a Pugna. Are you serious?
Miracle's a beast. What can you say?
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I almost feel like it's not the hero. It's just him.
Do you believe he still holds the title of best player in the world? I mean, it's hard to say that, right? When OG won 2 TIs in a row, right? Like, can you still be in contention for best player in the world, but not be the current champions?
I think if we're talking mechanics, then sure, yeah. I think Miracle is he's a robot. He's hyper focused, but best player in the world. My opinion on that has kind of changed. You know, I feel like Seb is up there, no tail. Like,
oh yeah, Shackle Shot. That's going to be able to land, allowing Limp to get a lot more damage onto Miracle. Nothing major, nothing irreparable.
At TI was a 3-2 as well. We have to remember, like, it wasn't. You know, Nigma was almost another team that we're going to win it twice.
Limp trying to run him down. Sunray. I think most people's argument would be Anna, right? At that point for.
True.
Just because, I mean, the guy just seems to be so insane.
He's
showing up and winning TI like that.
He's a mystery, that guy.
Truly an enigma.
Yeah. Ooh, big old easy camp stack. That's not theirs, but they're yoinking it anyway.
Take that mango tree and run.
Very nice on Medusa. Carry 3 of those around.
Sure.
Unironically, a lot of effective HP.
Two-man smoke up here between the two supports. They're going to head up to top lane where the Beastmaster has been pressuring S4 a lot. He's been pushing in the creep way, doing some damage to the tower.
Yeah, they must have the Doom, right? There's no way they do this when he's not 6. Yeah, they're gonna try to run him down.
So if they get the Shackle Shot, it'll be free Doom. Yeah. So that will, man, they brought Nico Baby to this. That's very interesting. So I wonder if S4 is going to TP out.
Yeah, I think
he's trying to get the board tonight. You see this? He's going to go for it. Oh, he mana voids to ensure. That is respect to mind control right there. He's like, I don't want to let this guy make some swagger move on me right now.
100%. I mean, they committed so much for that. And yeah, like you mentioned with the anti-mage rotation, it's more so about the fact that he wants to play up here anyway. So if you can get a kill while making that rotation, it's just 2 birds, 1 stone. You got to be efficient like that if you want to be a top-tier Dota player.
So S4 will run across the map. 10-minute bounty runes are coming up here. GH continuing to stack and stack and stack and stack. Did we ever clear through that hard camp? I mean, it looks like it has been cleared through, so I wonder who did it.
It looks like Nico's farming it right now, so I don't know if it's... He's just farming a small...
Yeah, I think the stack definitely got cleared through, because there's no way Nico Baby could do it.
Probably kited by the beast. It looks like mind control's really high level up here, so I would imagine he probably took it with somebody else, maybe Venge.
So if they manage to get their hands on that stack, and then Miracle's gonna come through and clean up this hard stack as well,
Dirty.
they are building a really big net worth lead for this early on to the game. And Animage may be a counter to Medusa. I feel like this counter hasn't been, it's not as potent now as it used to be.
It's different. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to take these classic counters and a limp on the bot lane.
Turn around, trying to get the sounds on a limb, preventing him from life draining, so Weehaw will be fine.
Just the blood right is enough to scare him off there. And I suppose he's level 7 on limp. He's getting dumpstered somehow. 2,800 gold, man. That's the mid laner. He's against a Medusa. Miracle's doubling his net worth. That's insane.
Literally doubling his net worth?
Actually, literally doubling his net worth, yes. As a Medusa versus Pugna at 11 minutes. Pugna's supposed to have the tower by this point.
Oh dear. S4's gonna come in, see if they can kill Mind Control again. He does manage to get the tower here, drawing a lot of tension. They're even gonna drop the Golem to prevent Mind Control from juking in the trees too much, as he did have the Hawk over there. Weehaw, okay, they do manage to get that kill. So Alliance, a kill on both sides of the map. Even if they lose their tower, I'm sure they are feeling pretty good about that.
Please team, don't feed, I'm farming, says Miracle. PLS, relax, get your pipe.
Just chill. Gonna use the Stone Gaze here and see if he can actually run down Limp. And if he gets in front of him, or maybe just right-clicks him to death, he's gonna Decrepify and keep on going. But the Decrepify, it's only gonna last so long, and he's got another Mystic Snake. Do you have any vision? The Mystic Snake would kill him. No. Way into the trees, he's out.
The Medusa solo gank towards that very dangerous dead lane didn't work. I can't believe I'm trying to say these things. He's just running down a Pugna at 12 minutes as a Medusa. The guy he was supposed to, he was laning against, right?
Yeah.
Limp is a support.
And Mind Control's running down towers, meanwhile.
Yes, he is.
He just got another one. The mid lane tower is dead.
Necro 2 already.
And now he's going to go hunting, and he's probably going to get a kill here. He's going to run into FNG with GH behind him with a double damage, so FNG's very, very dead. And Nico Baby's pressured enough. Can he block this? Can he block this? Spell shield, it's baited out, goes for the rupture with a blood right. He gets him, but he blinks into the trees and TP's out. Smart move by Nico Baby.
That used to be much worse, that counter. It's like, it makes it weird for the Bloodseeker to try to go on him now. Gives you that opportunity to get away.
Yeah. Shackle shot. S4 does have Doom, but they completely understand how far Miracle is right now. So they're like, okay, this guy's too big to bring down. We'll just kind of force the rotations. That's good enough.
And we saw last game too how Nigma will rotate if Miracle is getting gone on, where he was dying on the Arborn, a much less tanky hero. He was having a much worse game. And still they were responding. Still they were getting return kills.
Managed to get the roar out. Sunray over the top. Nico Baby's definitely going to get the chance to blink away, but he's still going to go for the Supernova. Nico Baby, though, he's just going to turn around with Hanskin and quickly kill that egg.
Okay.
It's not
all right.
You don't need to hold your breath for that one.
Yeah, that is just not enough magic damage. Not enough damage to kill the anti-mage. See, what does he have? I think he has probably want treads. Oh, just Rush Battle Fury. He actually survived that, which is Battle Fury Rush.
Yeah, and he's got 3 levels of Spell Shield, so...
I'm kind of shocked he survived that. Just the Spell Shield was needed, I suppose.
Haste.
Hasted on up. I like how they keep on... I mean, I think I like it. They just kind of keep on running a Nico Baby, and he keeps on having to forfeit areas of farm. Like, he's not really under too much threat for some of these, but he does have to vacate the area.
There's really just not that much area to farm at all as Alliance.
Alliance gonna be able to jump on a Weehaw here. Ooh, what was that damage, man?
Was there a Dagon? Did I see a Dagon?
Did he?
No, no Dagon. Just
Yeah, he got...
lots of nuke damage.
Yeah,
Very big nukes.
he got decrepified into, like, what, like, Power Shot must have been?
I think-
His Power Shot does an insane amount.
Yeah, it was a power shot.
Dyer's top tower is
Fatal
under attack.
bonds on the creeps, and maybe some stuff hit that. The Doom spell, he did the clap. Just everything all at once. It was really looked like a big Dagon there.
GH Phoenix. He doesn't have Icarus Dive, so He is stuck, and Nico Baby. You don't need to mana void him because he's got full mana anyway.
Get thee to the understep.
Yeah, you hear Nico Baby doing the fake on the mana void, and you see that he has low mana. It's like, no way he's gonna do that.
Yeah. Doom Alliance, they're picking up a lot of kills here around the map. And the rest of Nigma is going to come in here. They have the Necrobook 3, so they're certainly strong even with some allies down. They're going to start going for S4, slowing him down. The Minus Armor doing a lot of work. Miracle's going to come in. They do have to have the Golem drop here, but the Stone Gaze is out. The rest of allies have to retreat and leave S4 behind. They're going to turn around to Crepify, but okay, he actually does manage to get a blink away. There was no magic damage out there, so very nice save from Alliance. It did cost them a lot to bail him out, but it worked.
Limp is definitely proving himself in this game again after that really tough laning phase. Just seeing those saves, like the triple to Crepify on the Roar, the double suck that he did, saving S4 on the Doom, very important. Although, then again, when you use all these spells right in front of the Roche pit, it does open you up to this.
I mean, they have so much physical damage. They don't even have the Necrobook out, but just having Armen around is good enough.
Roche was hitting Miracle there. Every time he hit, like a tiny little sliver of his HP went away. God damn. Roche is very weak at this point compared to this super farm Medusa.
He's got an arcane ring too, which is perfect. Miracle. He says, okay, you're gonna come to the pit to fight? Let's fight. Let's go. Swap back into the Blood Right. Very nicely played there. That should be a free pickoff on FNG. Then they'll turn right back around, do a 180, head into the Roshan pit again. And say, okay, Alliance, you gonna try this again? We'll do it again if you want. We've got another swap. There's another charge on that thing. Alliance say, yeah, it's okay. You can have the Aegis. It's not like we were killing Miracle before anyway.
You know, one really nice thing that I'm seeing teams doing, I saw OG do this first with the Venge, is not only are they playing around this Venge aura, of course, with like the ranged heroes and, you know, picking it with the ranged heroes, they're also playing it with heroes that really like to just focus like one isolated target. If you can just like swap one person into a Blood Right, swap one person into a Luna ult, swap one person into like the Beastmaster Roar, like they're using it more as an initiation tool, and it's something that gives you the ability to play in these like different groups across the map. You can play as 2 at top and then like 3 mid because you think the Medusa's gonna have Venge behind her, right? Like it lets you basically play like this if you really utilize the swap, which is really nice, because I know a lot of people like to talk about the aura, but the swap really does help out.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this like overwhelming winning position when you pop Stone Gaze, right? And then swap just ensures that people are stayed in hitting distance.
Not to mention the Bloodseeker ulti as well.
Yeah,
like you double swap somebody who's ruptured and they're gonna die super quickly. Like this just makes the Venge hero so good when you're comboing it in so many different ways.
Yep, they can protect the egg with it or keep people inside of the supernova.
Pull back
stun
in,
duration.
Yeah.
That a lot. Yeah, it just feels like every part of this team utilizes the Vengeful Spirit really well.
Yep, it's a very good complementary hero.
S4's gonna be down here. Yule Scepter drop down. The Blood Right's not gonna stun him, but he's very easily, or I thought he was very easily gonna die. Decrepify just buys him a few seconds, then he goes down. Nigma, they have the Aegis, and I think they really want to just force down this mid tier 2. They don't want to be chasing around this Animage. They know it's gonna be a while until he's online, so
Dire's middle tower.
it's just, well, it's 19 minutes in too, so they might be able to get this fast enough.
They already have the top tower.
Oh, you're right.
So I think they secured that.
I forgot about that. Man, it is so early that this is the second tier 2 going down.
Yeah, not a common thing in this patch. Tier 2s are hefty, boys. They are girthy. It is hard to take those, but this allows you access into the triangle. And now we have this basically cat and mouse game that starts where Anti-Mage is the only person that's going to be farming, and he's going to be farming directly in front of the Nigma base.
Radiant's current.
And it's scary too, because there are certainly some heroes that can catch him out. Both the Bloodseeker and the Beastmaster are good hunters of the Animage, and they have Hawk as well, which is really good for just spotting his rotations around the map. So
yeah, definitely. I think they need a blink on the Beast, and then Anti-Mage's game, Nico Baby's game becomes a lot harder. Maybe Bloodseeker can get some sort of pick off. I mean, he's got the Yules. That's something. Okay, Aghanim Scepter. I really like that in this game. So many heroes on Alliance, actually, that you can rupture, that it totally destroys their game.
Defensive TP's back. They sandwich in. I think they're hoping to be able to grab the Animage instead. They'll catch FNG here.
If you just tuned into the stream at this time, you'd think the FNG was on Radiant. Like, how is this guy at tier 2
Radiant's top
with
tower
these towers taken right now?
They're gonna smoke up, go back in. The speed of this play may catch somebody off guard. Nico Baby's gonna be going for a Scotty. He really wants to stat up as much as possible, and he is up against a range carry.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And we still definitely can see Nico Baby carry this. It's not insurmountable by any means. He's relatively hard to catch. Even with these counters that they have to the AM, they can't really jump him, you know? It's like if he's there and they're already there, they'll be able to deal with him, but it's like getting in range of him is difficult right now.
Yeah. Scary part for me is like, I don't see a very good situation where he blinks onto the Medusa just because the Venge is going to be able to swap the Deuce out.
And he'll get maybe roared and ruptured.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot to cover the Medusa in this
Or he's
game.
going to be getting Scotty hit by the Medusa, so it's going to be hard for him to reattach himself to the Medusa again.
Definitely. I think it definitely it comes down to if you can hit a really great shackle shot in this game, if you can shackle like the Bloodseeker and the Beast together and just kill them first, or like the Venge and the Beast, something like that, I think you can definitely jump in, burst them, and then kill Medusa when there's only 2 or 3 heroes still alive.
Right.
And then the Doom can obviously follow up on whoever's a problem, like Phoenix or whatever.
Bloodright and the Meteor Hammer. I tried to go for the Yule's Meteor Hammer combo, but there's always a little bit of leeway to work with. And that is what you're describing. It's just another classic way to deal with the Medusa, right? Okay, we can't kill her, we can't actually focus her down, so let's kill everybody else around her, leave her for last. Scotty makes things a lot more difficult to just completely ignore. Okay, they're going to drop the Golem here onto Weehaw, who's a bit out of place here. Swap back in. They're going to try and protect this egg and heal up Weehaw, who just barely survives through all of that.
Man, he got doomed as well. That's not good. That's not good.
And I'm sure Nigma. I wonder if they're toying with the idea of going high ground this early.
I'm thinking the exact same thing. Like
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
there are spells down, but it's still 22 minutes into the game. But
Yeah.
you're right though. They are considering it. They're just gonna go for it.
Your Aegis is going to expire soonish, but
Dire's structures are
you can still get some healthy damage in, at least force out the glyph. There goes that. And there goes the Aegis. Miracle, is he going to pop back in without that extra
Radiant
life?
structures are fortified.
I think they're hoping that this forces Nico back.
Yeah.
I don't think they really care about taking this Rax. I think it's just, okay, Anti-Mage, you have to get back to your base to defend this. So that way we can just take over the whole map.
I don't know, Nico Baby's saying, like, if you guys can't hold it,
Radiant's
I
middle
can't help
tower
you.
is under attack.
He's going to cut the bottom wave now to try and slow things down. So if Nigma are forced back here, they will not have a secondary wave, so they will have to completely retreat.
Yeah, that's it.
Smart play. Weehaw's going to pop out. There goes the Rupture. Nico Baby's just going to blink TP instantly. And GH was going to follow that up by trying to Icarus dive and Yules, but Nico Baby was fast enough on those moves.
Luckily, with that blink range talent, you don't just instantly die when you blink away from the Bloodseeker ults anymore. It's always pretty nice to have that. Let's force him back, though. Once again, that's really the name of the game here. It's not necessarily kill the anti-mage, it's just make sure that he's stuck in his base and he's not farming, and our Medusa stays stronger than he is.
So how do you see the timing of this matchup? Like, they're up by 5,000 net worth, but it does feel like they're on a timer, because all anti-mage games feel like you're on a timer of sorts.
So, in the past, it was the Abyssal, like Basher timing. Now that he's going for the Scotty,
Under attack.
I feel like it's probably still the same, like third item. You know, you can probably take a fight when you have ultimates and Scotty. But I suppose the thing is also, like, the later you go with Anti-Mage versus Medusa, you do so much effective damage there, especially with it being percentage mana burn now, that if you can just cut waves, don't you just keep doing that? Like, is there any timing? Don't you just fight whenever Nigma screws up?
So I think it's entirely about opportunity rather than item build-up.
I think so. I think with how the new anti-mage works, and with the fact that he's having such success cutting these waves, I think, yeah, and you just like, You just wait until they make a mistake. You wait until somebody comes back to deal with Nico Baby, and then you kill the stragglers back at the base.
The longer it takes for you to be able to finally catch that Animage, the more net worth he's chipping away from you by being able to take some of these objectives. Meanwhile, Nigma have to play a lot more 5-man heavy. At the same time, it only takes one catch. Nico Baby, he's not going to be caught here. As none of the stunners, or at least the scary ones, are there to catch him.
Dude, I'm feeling Alliance now. Like,
Yeah,
the tides are turning. It really seems like they don't have anything to deal with Nico Baby, and Mind Control is going for a Lotus. He's not going for the Blink to pick off Nico Baby. Wee's got the Blink, but I almost feel like, given what we just saw with the Rupture, I don't think that's that great for picking him off.
No, not anymore. You need that hard stun.
You need the roar. You need some sort of like Silver Edge or Blink on Beast, and he just sits in trees, tries to get the fog roar.
Yeah, and because they've got a hero that has its own built-in farming mechanism in the Doom, he is actually still growing in items despite most of Alliance kind of being stuck inside the base.
Yeah, surprisingly, S4, man, he's huge actually.
Yeah, he's got a BKB now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, this is
Radiant structures
Alliance is kind of just farming and split pushing their way to victory in this one. I know it's still a 4K gold lead, and obviously they can still lose, but it seems like the momentum of Nigma has been stopped to some degree.
For me, it comes down to this next item timing for Miracle, and then the Aegis cheese that's available, right? Like that is going to be a really, really big peak for Nigma, I think, before Alliance hits their really big window.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll see. I guess Roshan, it's up now, and they're gonna spot it pretty quickly here.
Yeah, they got the
next to
beast.
the Hawk. So they're gonna start funneling in an Alliance. They're not just going to sit back and let this happen. Knowing that, though, Nigma might try and take the fight out of the base here. Go the swap in on anybody, or and lose the vision. Couldn't get the swap animation off fast enough.
And Nico's definitely got the Scotty now, so he's looking to come in.
Pop that illusion, Golem out onto Medusa, swap back by Armin. S4 though sticks onto him as much as possible. He does still have the Scotty hits, and they have to back away from the Supernova, which is really nicely placed by GH. There's the swap into the Supernova stun that we were talking about before, while Nico Baby cannot play this fight. He is ruptured up right now, so the rest of his team is just being laid total havoc right now by Nigma. They're just taking whatever heroes they can, and Nico Baby can do nothing but watch from the trees.
Dude, I think it's exactly what you said. The Nigma was just about to take Roche, so Alliance knows that they can fight, even though they would kind of prefer to just split push. And so they're forced to take this fight. It goes horribly because it's really just Nico that seems strong right now. I mean, the fight was just well played by Nigma as well, like that swap into the stun.
Yeah.
Especially onto a BKB Doom. Like, you'd think this guy is just invulnerable from damage, but not to that Phoenix Egg. And now it's a free Roche.
Dire's
Okay.
top tower is under attack.
Back to plan A, I guess, for Alliance. Plan A is an anti-mage. All anti-mage wants to do is hit some creeps and split push.
I get it though, totally what you said. Like they had to take that fight. I think this next Roche makes the game a lot harder because you have this Aegis cheese push coming high ground. You can't just split push because Nigma can play incredibly aggressive on that high ground. They can just dive in, they can stand the Medusa right in your face.
Yeah, Medusa's one of those great tower hitters because you're usually not scared about her being on the front lines. And she's also very effective with Aegis and cheese, especially cheese.
Yep.
So I do wonder who's holding on to the cheese, because I kind of just want to have that opportunity to pass it over to the Medusa if it's really warranted. Nico Baby is just, once again, going to blink. Oh, he actually managed to get the Rupture on him, and his uncontrollable illusion is burned Weehaw out of mana. So Nico Baby's going to go back in. Weehaw being out of mana isn't taking that much damage. He does have the cheese here. Is he going to pop it and turn around and try and go for the Rupture again? Blood right out. Yule Scepter down. Okay, that's not the combo.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good. Really great. Delay this Aegis push. GH getting picked off like that, and the Rupture finally being reflected. Very nice.
To be honest, I wasn't quite sure what to make of all that.
Yeah, kind of. I think Nico's doing a really great job at pressuring. Like, I think you could blame Nigma for that, but it's like, well, why are you going back on GH? Like, why are you dying there? You can just push high ground. Well, you can't, because he's knocking at your tier 3s, right? Like, when you're ahead and you have this Aegis cheese push, you don't want to just trade 1-for-1 in terms of racks. If you're going late game against an anti-mage with a Medusa, you're countered. You have to take the favorable trade. So just good, really good play from Nico, as usual on this anti-mage. Like, this guy is an anti-mage god. I think this is his best hero.
His team, this time, they're going to smoke around him. Nigma is beginning to show that they feel they need to address this hero, so let's go ahead and try and plan out a trap. Now, that smoke does turn into a kill on a GH, nice and easy. They can go for the tier 2 here.
Yeah, didn't have to use Doom for that either, because the Doom spells can just set up for that shackle shot.
And what does Miracle do with this? Because I don't think you want to go high ground, because the potential of getting stuck in a bad fight is very high against a Warlock.
Yeah, it's a bit risky.
Okay, he's gonna poke at him there, saying like, okay, if you guys aren't gonna back up into us, we up. Blood Rat goes out, Mana Void almost finished him off. Is he gonna go back in for the kill though? He's still silenced up. Nico Baby cannot catch up to Weehaw. Mind Control is gonna be forced to TP back. At Alliance, they're gonna immediately sweep in. See if they can catch somebody in the triangle maybe? Or no?
Man, this is just RMN and Miracle here. This could be a big opportunity if they did walk into the triangle, but
I think the problem is they can't actually take the fight into the Medusa with an Aegis. So even though it's just 2 heroes, if RMN's just playing way out in the back,
yeah, it's
essentially just lending Wave of Terror to this Medusa, then I think they might actually lose that fight.
you can just double swap them too, right? It's like the fight's gonna last so long that you can actually get there if you're Nigma, even though you're all the way across the map.
Last thing Alliance wants at this point is to be stuck inside their base. That's why that was Wind Rangers making these kind of plays. That's why you see FNG like sitting inside of the trees really deep, just trying to do all the little tricks it takes to be able to keep the pressure out on the map and away from their base. But Miracle, knowing that it's going to force it, he's got a minute with that Aegis, so he wants to be able to do something with this. RMN really hoping he's going to be able to find a kill here. They're swapping to the Rupture into the Beastmaster Roar, so they do manage to kill that hero and take the melee barracks. They can't trade 1-for-1 though. And Nico Baby's already hitting their melee barracks. They're just gonna go for 2. And this is the power of the Beastmaster with the Medusa. You've got a damage amplifier. You have the Blood Rage down to the Medusa with the Ventor as well. They cannot underestimate how much physical damage Nigma can do with this. They're gonna have to come back. They're gonna have to come back right now. They're going to have to fight into this. 30 seconds still left on the Aegis. Nico Baby is going to be forced to come in and fight against Miracle here. At least shove him away. Backdoor protection is back up, so they will be saved from having to fight into this second life.
And Jade just draws the line. He says, all right, if we
see the TP, they blink forward on the Wind Ranger, and he tried to catch somebody with a shackle shot. He tried to catch the Beastmaster.
I think he probably can get RMN here with the Scotty on the ranged hero. Oh, that was nice. I don't think it matters, but that was nice.
No, I don't think so either. If he thought, okay, no, it is going to matter. They're going to pop the Doom immediately out of GH, but that's just a support pickup. And now Miracle's here with the Stone Gaze. He actually did manage to get the Stone Form on Nico Baby. Weehaw. Coming forward, seeing if he can grab something with the Rupture. Nico Baby, you can see on the side, he's ready to jump in. He's ready to grab onto this Vengeful Spirit, quickly take him out, and then start focusing on Miracle. But now he's been Primal Roar, and Miracle is able to focus in turn. Take down the enemy carry, bring down S4 as well. That's 2 dead on the side of Alliance. It may have cost Nigma their Bloodseeker, but Miracle stands tall, and now they just need to pick off the Anti-Mage once or take Megas. Either one is like a 90% win condition.
Yeah, GH drew the line. He says, let's push top. This lane is the only one shoved out. We've got Megas in both of the other lanes, or Supers, they're called. All we need to do is push this one.
Yeah, scary part is you could see Nigma, they have a really good timing that's coming up with the 3rd Roshan. You get another Aegis and you buy a Divine Rapier.
Yep.
And then that is the ultimate end game Medusa right there.
The timing. And you know, the funny thing is, like, if you look at the power spike graphs of both Anti-Mage and Medusa throughout the entire game, basically Medusa has this early spike, and then Anti-Mage is way higher for the rest of the game. until Divine Rapier.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
Medusa is just through the roof, and the question becomes, like, can you get the Rapier from her? That's it. That's the only question.
It is truly the great equalizer here.
Yep.
But most of this time, we have not been able to see Nico Baby stick onto Miracle hardly at all. They've been protecting him really well. The swaps from RM, the Primal Roars come in, the Supernova, which forces you to retreat. Or even just getting those offensive ruptures, preventing the Animage from feeling good about using his mobility tool. Miracle, they're going to push in mid, go straight to top here.
Dire's top tower.
They're going to force Alliance to hold. They're going to force Alliance to fight right now. The Repair Kit is going to make things slightly slower, but Miracle outputs enough damage at this point that Repair Kit is that big of a problem. That's why S4 is going to make his stun. He forces out the Manta and gets the Centaur stun. The swap back go onto the Rupture, and that just quickly takes him out. He's the one with buyback. That's why he was the initiator in the first place. But the Showcase allows them to be able to take Megas.
Man.
Blood Rage plus Beastmaster aura means Miracle's in for a billion shots. That is a snake machine gun right there. Nico Baby does manage to get away from the silence, but now he's been ruptured again by Weeha. Meanwhile, the Doom placed onto the Medusa doesn't really change a whole lot. Miracle just keeps on pressing forward. They're going to be able to get the dieback here onto S4. It's looking like the Golem slowing things down a little bit. He needs the health, he needs the blink, he needs something to be able to get out. Nico Baby does manage to bring down the Medusa. He finally sees the opportunity. They ran out of disables, and he was able to stick on top. Gets that kill on the carry. Now the Shackle Shot actually laid out. Meanwhile, Weeha, oh, he bounced back the Rupture onto himself. He thought he was going to be able to kill Weeha, but by rupturing himself, he kills his own escape. He tried to man mode up when he could have just gotten out.
86 seconds on Phoenix. 44 on... Maybe? We can maybe get something from this. We got a DD on Anti-Mage.
Yeah, I mean, there's only the mid-tier 2 that's left.
I don't... no.
Can Miracle hold this by
No,
himself?
I don't want... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about
We're going to have to talk about it because that is a goddamn double damage Animage running down mid lane.
No.
Kyle's coming over like, what's happening? Wait a minute.
It can't.
Has this game switched again?
No.
Are we about to go to a game 3,
It's just a
Jenkins?
Phoenix. It's just a Phoenix. You know, we don't need our Phoenix.
I mean, 20 seconds still left on the Bloodseeker as well. Let's see what Alliance does with this. Tier 3's down. Nico Baby doesn't make the call. He's like, no, we're going to play this smooth. We're going to go
Mega.
for potentially Megas here, try and even things out, which means that Nigma do get to hold on to their buyback from the Medusa. Oh, and they have a Repair Kit.
That helps.
Is that Repair Kit going to be enough? 5 seconds, they have a Glyph as well, so that's certainly enough for the Medusa to come online. That's why they need to be able to jump somebody here, but S4 has already been ruptured up. Pops BKB, stands there. Nico Baby trying to protect his homie, but he's got to get out. They've got to retreat. They're not going to be able to get the Megas. Turn around, Primal Roar off the Lotus Orb. They do actually bounce that back with a spell block and hit him, but Weeha is still chasing down this Animage, and they're losing out on their tier 4s from the Megas inside of their base. They have to get back now. Yule Scepter, once again, the spell shield blocks it, returns it back on a Weeha, allowing this Animage to fully escape, and they will hold for now.
All right, Cap, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last game? I remember the last game.
Yeah, I remember the last game.
Nico Baby chose to go Throne. What happened when he chose to go Throne? The most devastating loss in the history of devastating losses. I'm talking Super Bowls. I'm talking just devastating losses, not Dota. Okay?
Bowling championship.
Exactly. This game,
Cricket.
they went for another tier 3 instead of Rax. They went for Megas.
You think they lost their nerve?
You think they
lost their confidence?
I think they lost their confidence. Maybe they could have won. Maybe they could have forced the
I mean,
buyback.
maybe they could have at least forced the buyback, which gives you hope.
It gives you a win condition.
Yeah.
We're seeing the psychological damage in this game. I'm damaged from the last game.
I don't think the last game is what damaged you, to be honest, Jenkins.
I appreciate that.
I feel like that was already there when I met you.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. I see.
9,000 net worth lead for Nigma as they are going to approach Alliance's high ground. They
Down mid, boys.
are going to show Alliance what it means to control a game, to have a lead, and not throw it.
This is
or
how
maybe,
to Throne, guys. We'll show you how to Throne.
or maybe, just maybe, Jenkins, they're They're going to be able to formulate a defense. Nico Baby, they're going to pop out with the golem. They're going to go straight to mind control. They know the second life is out onto the Medusa, so let's get on many black backline heroes as possible. And that's why the Medusa is turning back to try and protect that backline. They do manage to kill the Doom. No buyback there, but the Warlock does have the buyback. Meanwhile, the Shackle Shot is just stalling up this Medusa. Megas, they need to be able to deal with Nico Baby, who's playing the edge of the fight right now, trying to catch these heroes. The repair kit is onto the throne, and Miracle's going to start working towards it.
It's so tanky, man.
Pressure, GH diving in once again. Lift's gonna come forward, decrepify, try and slow it down. Supernova goes down. Mana Void wasn't enough to be able to bring out the Phoenix. He has to focus on the 8, and he will manage to get it, but now he's got to get out. Manta jumping away, but Miracle says, fine, if you're gonna ignore me, I'm gonna hit your throne. Nico Baby actually does manage to get a Weehaw here. Miracle very rapidly, he's been left alone inside the enemy base. Now they're gonna be able to kite him around. He does have the Aegis. Vengeful Spirit, it's gonna buy back and go to the outpost. This is damn hopeful to see if he can bail out Miracle here, as he's gonna be losing his first life. Second life. Megas and a Miracle. Can he do it? Nico Baby going in. Neely managed to get the bash. He's burning through his mana so quickly. Miracle's left exposed. He's turning around the damage and he gets taken out by the Mana Void.
Is under attack.
Alliance will hold once again.
And they should have their repair kit up again soon, too. Remember, this is percentage heal and armor on that throne that has really low armor. So it gives this thing insane effective HP. It's effectively a glyph. They have another repair kit. They might have a glyph up for the next Nigma push.
And remember, which I believe nobody will ever forget if they watched last game, that the Throne's HP regen is 12 now.
This is true.
So even just naturally, that Throne's going to go up to full pretty quickly.
Yep. Straight down mid. I don't know what I'm gonna do if this happens 2 games in a row. I seriously don't. I don't.
So
get
what do you? Real quick,
I don't know anything about Drone.
Is Miracle gonna buy back or give up Megas? Like, if it comes down to that decision, which I'm not sure it will.
I think he might legitimately give up Megas.
We're gonna see Nico Baby swap back in. Immediately Bravo Roar, but it hits the Beastmaster! Now he's been ruptured though. Nico Baby's gotta get out of here. He blinks over to the side. He may be TPing out. No, he's gonna hold for now. He's gonna try and help out S4. S4 being swapped back in once again. Nico Baby goes a little bit farther. The blood right out. He needs a vision to be able to get the Yules. Won't be able to catch him. Nico Baby is safe though. That's what's important.
Okay, we have an opportunity if we're Alliance to win this game now. Miracle, we've seen how much damage he takes from that anti-mage Mana Void. He sits at 60% HP, and he dies in 1 Mana Void.
He got the 800 mana talent, so he is a walking time bomb.
It's even worse. He's a nuclear bomb.
Gotta stay away from this man. He is radioactive.
Nico.
Nico Baby, blinking forward, he managed to get up. Okay, some blade, trying to bring it down as quick as possible. The goal's gonna go there as well. He's out of mana. Can he actually get off the Mana Void? He's silenced right now. He's stunned as well. No, he doesn't get it off. He doesn't get the opportunity. Immediately buys back though. Miracle, he's kind of stuck here. If Animage can get here fast enough, they may still have their opportunity to set off that bomb.
He's down.
They got a hold for Megas
3,000
though.
mana, dude.
They got a hold for Megas.
Oh, the Mango
Start bottling down those
All
Mangoes.
right. Coming in hot.
More couriers are going to be ferrying in mangoes.
Get those couriers coming. Now you see that? Look at them. They're coming in
They're
hot.
all flying in, man. They are all flying in with mangoes.
Bring that boy his mangoes.
He went for the Lashenko. He decreased his own mana and increased his own
genius.
health.
Genius.
Is that actually going to be enough, though? He's about to pick up a Divine Rapier. So, now we've just gone from a cluster nuclear bomb. He's now a Mana Void that's going to drop a Divine Rapier. Like, it just comes down to one fight.
He is an asteroid waiting to hit the planet at this point.
And Alliance, are they dinosaurs? Will they go extinct here?
Will this be the cataclysm that Owen won't shut up about backstage? Ask him about it.
Smoking Nigma. They're going to try and find a pick off on somebody here. It's going to be S4. Swap back into the Primal Roar, and he's ruptured. S4's not going anywhere here. He's going to turn around, do what damage he can. Life Drain's going to come in, trying to help him out, but he's dead. He does have a buyback, though. Alliance can still fight this as 5. Miracle approaches with his Divine Rapier, but Crabfly's going to be able to slow him down with his tackle shot. That's a beautiful setup. Looks like Nico Baby jumps in the back line, actually. S4, he's pushing forward. He gets on top of him, trying to get the Doom out. Finally, he does manage to do that much. The Zonga's already got it down. Now it looks like S4's going to die back. Weehaw coming forward, but it's a 4 versus 5 with Nico Baby still MIA. Is he going to be able to jump onto this enemy? He's way in the back right now. He jumps forward, goes for Weehaw, but he slows down. He does the Divine Rapier. It brings it down. He doesn't have dieback. He never addressed the Medusa. And they fight now to take the throne, and there's no issues here. Nigma will close out the series 2-0. It got a little questionable. It got a little iffy, Janky, but in the end, Nigma showed they could close out a game.
Sure. It just